Good afternoon, everyone, students, family, and guests, and welcome to the 4th Annual Kumon Peccole Ranch Awards Ceremony. Thank you all for coming today. I want to take a second, and you can reach in your bags and turn off your cell phones, or at least put them on silent so we don't have any interruptions during the ceremony. Thank you. My name is Sam White, and Hiroko asked me to be the MC this year. I've been assistant at our center for about 4 years, and I've really enjoyed coming to work each day and getting to know all of your children and learning more about Kumon philosophy. Growing up, my parents, they always stressed the importance of a good education. However, although I maintained an A average, I struggled to keep up with the concepts. Class sizes were large, and I missed that individualized method of learning and teaching. So when I looked for that personal help at home, I could realize fairly quickly that the material I was covering was above and beyond my parents' ability. And my only wish is that I had a place like Kumon. During my time here, I have seen how advanced and confident the students have become, and at such a young age, and how the concepts and skills acquired here work as a supplement to what they do at school, so no child feels like they are struggling to keep up. This confidence is of infinite value, and I look forward to seeing all of them progress in the years to come. Before we get started, I wanted to say a few things and reflect on the work this past year and look forward a bit to the future. This past July, as many of you know, Las Vegas hosted the 2012 Instructors Conference, where Kumon instructors from all over the world came to participate in informational workshops, one of which being a model center visit. This center was selected based upon excellence and friendly atmosphere and quality of instruction, and we were chosen to be one of those centers. This was a great honor and experience, and we have received wonderful feedback, which only helps us to continue that reputation of excellence. Now our center is ranked 38th out of over 2,000 centers nationwide, an achievement we could not have reached without all of you here today. I want to take the time and thank the students for the hard work you put in every week. We are so proud of everything you've accomplished, and without that hard work, none of us would be here today. Ultimately, your parents, along with the staff here, work together so that you may succeed, and that time and effort has been well spent. Parents, thank you for your support, not only in your child's education, but in our center. It has proven time and time again that the best way for us to reach more children who need the help and guidance in our very own community is by word of mouth. And here today we have some of our best advocates. We will continue to grow and reach those in our community so that we may succeed because of the aforementioned efforts. So thank you again, and thank you all again for coming. Now I'm going to turn it over to Hiroko, who would like to say a few things.
Well, welcome to our 4th Annual Award Ceremony. It is so nice to see you all here to celebrate amazing achievements of our students. You know, when you go to Japan, you will sometimes see the statue of Kinjiro Ninomiya in front of Japanese schools, especially elementary schools. These statues show him as a boy reading a book while carrying firewood on his back. These statues show the popular stories that said Kinjiro was reading and studying during every moment he could. He was born in 1787 into a poor farming family in central Japan. His father died when he was 14, and his mother also died 2 years later. He was raised by his uncle, who had a large collection of books in his house. Kinjiro wanted to spend his time reading books, but his uncle forced him to work, saying that farmers do not need an education. However, Kinjiro did not want to give up, so he began taking books with him and would read as he worked carrying firewood, and at night, under the dim light, after his uncle went to bed. Despite of unfortunate circumstances, he studied on his own. Because of his determination, Kinjiro eventually became a very successful and influential person in Japan. His financial policies became famous and spread throughout the country, making him very, very famous and respected. Throughout his life, he was humble and dedicated to helping the poor and the needy. He became a symbol of diligence, determination, hard work, and perseverance. I believe that Kumon students here today have the same spirit of Kinjiro. I'm so happy to stand before you today and see so many smiling faces. It is hard to believe that it was just 4.5 years ago when I opened my center with a very few students. Now we have over 500 students and today I'm pleased to celebrate 270 of these advanced honor roll students. I am so proud of each one of you. You have worked very hard every day to have come this far. I know it is not easy, and sometimes I saw your frustration, tears of disappointment, but I also saw your excitement and joy when you passed your achievement test, receiving Kumon dollars, and your name was moved up to the next level on the wall, getting closer to your goal. One student came to me the other day and said, "Excuse me, Miss Hiroko, I passed the achievement test yesterday, but you have not moved my name to the next level. Do you want me to do that for you?" I can tell he was very excited to see his name closer to his goal. I can feel his excitement to see his own progress on the wall. I call that wall Kumon Mountain. I don't know if you can see very well. You are all climbing that mountain one step at a time. I know he's not the only one who is anxious to reach that top of the Kumon Mountain. Well, one of our students has completed his Kumon reading program and reached that top of the Kumon Mountain this year. His name is Jay. I think he's here today. He is a 7th grader. He was transferred to our center about 4 years ago and to begin the math program. Then he added the reading program in June 2012. He started level D1, which is about 4th grade level, and completed level L, which is a college level, in January this year. So within 8 months, he completed 12 levels, 2,400 worksheets, page by page, one day at a time. He has worked to achieve this amazing goal. So now, Kumon students, I want you to calculate how many pages he did per day. 2,400 worksheets in 8 months, which is about 240 days. So, I know you can do this in your head. Who got the answer? 2,000. Okay. All right. He did 10 pages per day. The average length to complete the program in North America is about 4 years. So he set the record by completing in 8 months. He's also doing the last level O in math and will be completing math program very soon. The important thing here is not how fast he completed the program, but no one really believed that some of your achievement like Jay's was possible. No one really felt that it was possible. But in Kumon, anything is possible with your commitment, determination, and perseverance. I would like to congratulate Jay and all of you on your amazing achievement and determination. I am also very proud of our Kumon parents here today and also grandparents for your commitment to our program. You have worked so hard to help our students, fight with them, encourage them, bribe them, whatever works to motivate them, grade their homework every day, and bring them to the center every week despite your busy schedule. So your students' achievement today also means your achievement because they couldn't do it without your help and support. Your dedication and your sacrifice will all be worth it when you see them happy and succeed in their lives. As a teacher, it is wonderful feelings of fulfillment to witness a student you have worked with. I'm sorry, I get so emotional. To develop their skills and reach their goals. I have seen the students grow and change so many times in so many ways. But the feeling of joy for these young people is always the same. It is a special honor given to us teachers to be able to draw knowledge and skills from the students that they might not have ever known were there. I'm so grateful for this gift and opportunity every day and work very hard to honor it for the students in our center. Thank you, and again, congratulations to all of you.
Now we're going to take the time and hear from some of our very own Kumon students about their success and experience they've had at our center. Our first speaker is Karthik Gandhi. Karthik is a 4th grader who is currently working on level H, which is high school level reading, and level G, which is finishing up junior high school level math. He's been with us since we opened our doors just over 4.5 years ago. He enjoys playing baseball for the AAA Indians in Summerlin's Little League, and his strongest and most favorite subject at school is math, and was selected to participate in the Math Olympiad at school. Karthik.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Karthik Gandhi. I've been a Kumon student for more than 4 years, from the very beginning it opened. First, I'm thankful to Kumon because whenever I get stuck on a problem at school, I use my Kumon strategies, and it always works. I've been able to complete all my time tests before any of my classmates in my class. This has helped me for my practice on Kumon. Some days it is difficult to complete my Kumon because of my class homework and my baseball practice, but my parents always want me to complete my Kumon before going to bed. This has helped me in other classes also. Kumon has helped millions of kids like me worldwide. I think that Kumon is one of the most successful companies I've ever seen in my whole life. I tell all my friends to enroll into Kumon. Finally, I like this center because all the staff is very friendly and they help me put my problems in a nice way that I can understand. I like coming to the center every day, every week to complete the levels. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Sydney Park. Sydney is a 5th grader currently working on math level H, which is high school level math. Sydney enjoys taekwondo, acting and writing, and one day she hopes to be a published author, ornithologist, and perhaps an actor. Sydney.
I love acting. I love plays and I love musicals. The last musical I was in involved a lot of older kids and I had a small role, so there was a lot of free time. During one rehearsal, I was sitting backstage and wouldn't be on for another few scenes. I got bored, so I pulled out my Kumon and started working. One older girl, who was in maybe 6th or 7th grade, looked over my shoulder and saw the Kumon packet I was doing. From then on, she never called me Sydney again. She called me Smarty Pants. I asked her to stop once. She looked at me and said, "You're doing math way above my grade level, while I can't understand what my teachers are saying now." She was complimenting me, not trying to be mean, but the whole thing ended up feeling awkward, and I was kind of at a loss for words. Then she continued, saying you're not a smarty pants would be like saying I don't have blonde hair. Her hair was definitely a bright yellow. When I said nothing, she said, yeah, that's what I thought, smarty pants, and walked away. From this experience, I learned that if you've earned the nickname smarty pants, you probably deserve it. So this is how Kumon is fun. I feel like I've really grown with it. Not just my knowledge, but my patience. When you're learning something new in this program, it can be frustrating, but the instructors are always there to help you learn quickly. Another great thing about Kumon is that you can go along at your own pace. If you feel like you're behind or bored in class, Kumon can help you catch up or go farther. My 5th grade class is learning how to add and subtract fractions with unlike denominators. I always hear classmates say how they're disappointed in their math grades, but they never really practice or seek help from teachers. For me, fractions were a lot easier to understand thanks to Kumon. So I'm actually glad my parents kept me in Kumon because I can really see the difference in my grades, in my attitude, and in my life. I'm just going to thank a few people right now. I'm really lucky to know Miss Godfrey and everyone at the center. Thank you for being so patient with all the students and helping me to grow. And Mom and Dad, thank you for not letting me quit when I was busy and for putting up with my struggles. Well, now that my Oscar moment is over, I'd just like to tell the students and parents here that it doesn't matter whether you're on level A or level K. You're already a smarty pants for deciding to be in Kumon. And before I go, I'd like to leave you with one last thought. If 7x minus 6 equals y plus 8 times 8 and x equals 10, what does y equal? Thank you.
Thanks, Sydney.